I know I'm a mess, alright, I know. Look at me. I'm a mess. But I shaved. I cleaned up. Yeah, I cleaned up. Yeah, but yeah, I just recovered from being sick. I'm still not fully right, but soon, hopefully. Hopefully. Regardless, the video today is Wade's face-off between Austin McBroom and a Nissan GIB. It was on Instagram Live last night. I caught a few snippets of it, didn't watch much. Well, I did, but I wasn't paying attention. And today I started recording this. Got about, I'd say, 10 minutes in. And realized my audio wasn't recording once, the entire video. Yeah. So did I go back and record? No. Why? Why would I? Still had about 10 minutes left. That's enough for another video, god damn it. So, I'll just catch you up on what happened. In the meantime, I do a little bit of catch up in the video. But yeah, I start the video. I say, you know, we're doing this. You know, the huge. And then my watch tells me that I need to do 215 steps in the next 10 minutes. So I do. Anywho, enough of that. Back to the video. Hope you enjoy. Alright, well I'm just after realizing that my audio wasn't recording whatsoever, so I'm going to have to just move on from here. Not much has been said. Austin McBroom is still saying the same old shit that he's been saying before. I don't know if his game plan's changed. I don't know if his attitude's changed. I don't know if his training's changed. I'm not gonna lie, the guy, he peeves me. I don't intend to look into him very much. He just gets on my nerves. You know, it's nothing more than that. But with this fight, people are convinced that McBroom is going to bring something else. In this press conference at some point they say that GIB is the most dangerous and McBroom is the second most dangerous in the tournament, and I just don't see how that's the case whatsoever. You ask me, Tom Zanetti would sleep McBroom. Kenny would probably sleep McBroom. You know, he's alright. Let's not get it twisted. He ain't great. He's alright. GIB should be able to beat him. I would genuinely love to see McBroom come back and be better and give GIB a more of a challenge than he did last time. That would be very entertaining. But I just don't know if we're going to get that. I don't know if the fight is going to be any different than it was the first time. Pretty certain that it's just going to go down the same way. Especially from the way that McBroom is acting, and you can see that GIB is aware of this as well.
GIB, the tournament that we all are about to watch, it's been built around your name. The people are watching for a Nissan GIB and Austin in the rematch. Yes, others that are across the world are bringing in those eyes that aren't necessarily on the YouTube boxing scene, but we know this tournament as the big Gibbers run. Is that adding any pressure to you here in this first round, knowing it's Austin McBroom, knowing you have to get that one back and then potentially keep going?
Listen, I'll be honest with you. fuck all that noise. I am focusing on the game plan. I'm focusing on the opponents ahead of me. Who cares if people are talking this type of things? I'm just focused on boxing. So when you say does it add extra pressure, I'm just thinking about the fight ahead, the bracket next to me, and the bracket on the other side and who's coming to the final. This is what I'm focusing on. So yeah, I haven't been paying attention to that. It's the least of my worries.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a concern.
Talk about one of your...
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be a concern. He should just be focused on what's right in front of him. And what now is right in front of him is McBroom, once again. And that focus sent him straight through McBroom last time. He defeated him in flying colours. And he did it in style. He did it again, and again, and again, and again. But this time, I don't know, McBroom, I can't tell if he's bringing different energy, because for the first press conferences and face-offs, he wasn't much different. He can take it, don't get me wrong. He can take the banter, the jokes, the digs, he can take it, but he can't dish it out. He's never been able to. He doesn't even try most of the time. So it's hard to distinguish whether he's being serious or just not good at this. So I don't know. I don't know if he's changed and he's more reserved this time because he's more professional, or if he's just, you know, same old dickhead.
Your worries. I asked Austin this, and I want to ask you the same thing.
Yeah.
Austin said you run into punches.
Okay.
What does Austin do that you're going to take advantage of? Do you think that he's going to have any of those same tells from the first fight? Is it the overthrowing? Is it maybe something on defense you're seeing without giving up too much?
Let me correct, because I didn't mean that he ran to a punch. I meant that I dropped him.
Okay.
But I said I believe that he has the potential of running into something April 22nd because of how poised and how relaxed that I will be.
You're hearing that, Gib. You're hearing poised, relaxed.
Being relaxed and poised in the ring does not mean that Gib is going to run into punches. Gib is relaxed and poised in the ring. He's calm and he has a mindset that gets him where he wants to go. That's a fighter's mindset. Being relaxed and poised in the ring doesn't mean your opponent is going to act a certain way. We've seen it countless times. Fights where someone has been relaxed and poised and the other person has been just as relaxed and poised, and they lead to ultimately not great fights. So just because you're saying you're going to be relaxed doesn't mean Gib is going to be aggressive. However, if McBroom does come in relaxed, Gib will quickly change that.
You're hearing calm, collected, more boxing. This might be a different fighter in front of you. Are you prepared for more?
Cool. I'll answer your first question first.
Yeah.
You said, what do I expect from McBroom? What I expect from the last fight, that is the worst Austin. Cool. He has to improve, bro. He has to improve. Like he said, whatever his reasonings are, he's putting a lot of pressure on himself, so he has to outperform that one by leaps and bounds. Yeah. So I'm expecting the worst Austin. And what was the second part where you corrected me about something? What did you say?
Well, Austin was saying he didn't mean that you ran into punches the first time. He just dropped you that time. And I asked, will it be more...
Oh, that he was going to be calm and poised. I got you. That he's going to be calm and poised. We know when I'm in front of him and I'm adding that pressure and he feels that power, that poisonous and calmness is going. So we'll start hearing the ambulance sirens on the sidelines, and things will start remembering. He'll start remembering what happened to him September 10th on Social Gloves.
Austin, when Gib talks about that power, I do want to ask, how hard does my man hit? Gib put you down a couple times. Does he crack?
To be honest, when you get knocked down, you really don't feel shit. I mean, I'm sure Gib can relate to that, unless because he acts like he
felt
didn't
those
get knocked down in the
punches.
first 30 seconds.
Come on. Flash knockdown.
Yeah,
Flash
he
knockdown.
got. Yeah.
Flash knockdown. I'm sitting on mine. I'm sitting on
Because when I got,
mine.
if anybody watched the fight, every time I got knocked down, I was getting right the fuck back up. Even though I was ill, I still got the fuck back up. And everyone was
You
praising
literally
me
fell
for how
out
much
of the
heart
ring,
that I
bro.
had. And so to be honest,
You fell out
I really
of the
don't
ring.
really know what his punches feel like. You just get knocked down, and then you just get back up. It's not really something you can feel. But I honestly, because of how ill I was, I felt like anybody could have hit me that night, and it would have been the same result.
All right.
Like I said,
we're going to talk about this ill thing a lot. Let's talk about it. We got to talk about it. You brought it up like 6 times. I tried out loud a few times. So what, did you risk everyone's life in the stadium? Did you risk Jack Reese's life if you had COVID?
Did I risk people's lives?
Did you a COVID hazard?
It's a good question. It's a damn good question. He says that COVID is the reason he lost to GIB last time. And if he had COVID and went to fight, he was in a stadium with thousands of people, Jack Reese a few feet away from him, GIB a few feet away from him. If he had COVID, he's risking their lives. Genuinely risking their lives. Breaking the law. Let alone the boxing regulations. This is a fantastic time to stop on McBroom's face. The confusion. The confusion. He doesn't know what to do. But, like, the answer is yes. If you had COVID, you risked everyone's life that night.
You risked people's lives, a stadium full of people?
If you watch my video,
you did?
and I'm sure you did, I realized I had COVID after the fight when they tested me.
If you realized you had COVID after the fight, why did you take an IV bag before the fight? That doesn't make any sense. So you cheated. You took an IV bag before the fight and cheated, but you didn't know you had COVID. What? Yeah, and let's be honest. If you had COVID, you knew you had COVID. Don't lie.
Me for COVID.
But you knew what? So when you did the liquid IV, you didn't know you were ill. You were just doing that for the performance enhancing.
I knew I was ill. That's why I took the IV, because I was ill. If I did not take the IV that night, we would have postponed that shit. We'd probably be fighting right now.
So you broke the rules.
Yeah.
You broke the rules.
Yeah, I broke the rules and
you cheated.
I stuck an IV in order.
He broke the rules. He's admitted it. He said it himself. He's broke the rules.
In order to fight you, yeah.
My goodness, the California State Commission are gonna have a field day.
Yeah, yeah, they really are.
The whole time in the locker room,
you just cheated.
The whole
you cheated,
time in the locker room, the commission, they were questioning me. They were asking me every 5 seconds I was okay, because they knew how sick I was. I was throwing up in the shower. I was drinking electrolytes. Like, they were literally saying, like, are you good? And I was making up excuses because there was no way that I wasn't gonna be able to fight this dude that night. Like, if I didn't fight, we all know, both of us know, 3 of us know on this camera, it would have been way worse for me. People would have made up shit. It would have been a lot of drama.
It's true. You gotta be fair at the same time. It is true. People would have made up a lot of shit. People would have said a lot of shit. It would have been a lot worse for him. But that doesn't mean you break the rules. You know, like, don't mess your YouTube drama life up with your boxing life. That ain't gonna go well. There's no way that can go well. How is it supposed to? You know, like, YouTube and boxing are very, very different things. YouTube boxing is an amalgamation of the two of them. Now, you don't take 100% YouTube or 100% boxing in YouTube boxing. You find a balance. And that balance isn't cheating before a fight. And it most definitely isn't coming back months later and saying, I lost because I had COVID. You weren't sick. If you had COVID that night, you would be dead. And there is no one who can convince me otherwise. You'd be dead. The hits he was taking, the amount of times he got slept in one go. I had COVID. I'm not saying everyone is the same. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure loads of people have different experiences with it. But COVID wiped me the fuck out. I could not move, let alone get punched in the face by GIB repeatedly for several rounds. It's bullshit. He's talking shit. And this IV bag was him cheating. He cheated and he got caught. And now he's admitted it. But at least he's admitted it. It's sad because he can admit that he cheated, but can't admit that he lost. When somebody asks him what happened in the last fight, he gets upset. Somebody asks him, did you break the rules? Yeah. I mean, you see why this guy peeves me? But yes, anywho, that's enough of that for one day. You want my opinion on how this fight's going? It's going the exact same way. Now, I'd be happy to be proved wrong. I wouldn't be happy if GIB lost, not gonna lie. I'd be mad. Very mad. But nonetheless, this fight, it's looking to be interesting. There's a lot of drama, a lot of hostility, but they both seem to be looking at each other a bit more professionally now, and that is interesting. It's nice to see. I'd love for this fight to go the exact same, because the first fight was possibly one of the best fights I've ever seen, purely just because I hate this guy so bad inside. I don't know why. I don't know much about him, but he just gets on my nerves. He's just one of them guys with one of them faces. You know, I'm sure he's a lovely guy in person. I have nothing against him personally, you know, like, but there's the way he's treated boxing and the way he's treating the people around him that I've seen, it's going. You can't do that. You can't just break the rules as you go along. You can't make up your own rules as you go along. You know, and that's what he did with the fight as well. Made up his own rules as he went along. He let them... They let him get up from 5 consecutive knockouts. When have you ever seen that? You know, there was times where that fight should have been called, and it was early on, yet the fight still went the whole way. It's pathetic what he did to the sport of boxing that night, and I'm surprised, but I am glad he admitted it. He broke the rules. And hopefully that's enough for the California State Commission, because from what GIB's been saying in interviews and things such as that, it sounded as though the California State Commission were out to get McBroom for what he did. So him admitting it live on Instagram, not a great idea. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a couple more videos planned, coming out soon. I don't just do YouTube boxing, but I do enjoy it. I do a lot of gaming. I do random other things. I'll hopefully see you there too. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, please leave a comment. And as always, no rest for the wicked.